So a new community cast is coming on July 6th, and Ed Boon is promising it's going to bring new main roster and cameo characters as far as new details as far as gameplay. But that doesn't mean that we are not going to get any new leaks from our lovely anonymous at 4chan with what looks to be a more detailed version of what the roster could be, as well as some DLC and even some information about the combat pack. So let's get to it. So again, this does come from anonymous on 4chan. And as I say in all my videos about leaks, just take this with a grain of salt, guys. This is all for some good, fun discussion. So let's get specifically into the roster. We've got Havoc, Reiko, Natara, Li Mei, Ashra, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Smoke, Reptile, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Raiden, Shang Tsung, Kitana, Melina, Tanya, Sindel, Johnny Cage, Kenshi, Jairus, Rain, Dragon Warrior Shao, Baraka, Jade, and Sonya Blade. Now, we've talked about this so many times now in many past videos. There are a lot of characters on here that we do not know if they're actually going to be main roster characters or if they're going to be cameos. So some of those being like Smoke and Reptile, they're kind of still up in the air. We've got Tanya, that's possibly kind of an up in the air character. We've got Jairus. I don't know if they're going to actually bring him back. Rain is another one. And of course, Jade. These are all characters that kind of been up in the air recently. Not quite sure if we're actually going to get them in the game. I think the majority of the other ones, maybe even Ashra, Li Mei, and Natara, those are other characters that may or not be too sure, but for the most part, the other ones that I mentioned are the ones that we're really not kind of sure of. Now, this leaker goes on to say, I know this because I have connections to the marketing team for Mortal Kombat 1. I was the person who leaked Li Mei on Reddit last month. The leaked Combat Pack 1 is 100% correct. We will be getting Ermac, Quan Chi, Peacemaker, Homelander, Omni-Man, and Takeda. He goes on to say, to elaborate further, Takeda is not the one from Mortal Kombat 10. He is the Hanzo Asashi in this timeline. Kuai Liang is now Scorpion, and Hanzo is the one who originally founded the Shirai Ryu. So that's very interesting because we know that in this version of the timeline, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are brothers, and we're still kind of trying to figure out how that relationship is going to work because they are versions that they are part of Lin Kuei. Sub-Zero is the current Grand Master of the Lin Kuei. So it's kind of interesting to see how the Shirai Ryu or how that's actually going to play out, if they're going to eventually go against each other and kind of detach. All that's kind of still in the works. So we don't know if this Takeda character will be a totally new character that kind of plays as the yin to the yang. Not quite sure with all that. And if Kuai Liang is going to be a part of that too, we still don't know. Now he goes on talking about the combat packs, and it says, in addition to this, I've heard a rough draft of what Combat Pack 2 will contain. It says Noob Saibot, Kano, Serena, Doomslayer, Harley Quinn, and Deathstroke. And then 5 cameos. Rain, Draman, Boraicho, Moloch, and Su Hao. And he says, last post got taken down, believe what you want. I'll see you next week after the story trailer that reveals Rain, Tanya, Li Mei, and Reiko is shown. So a lot of information to kind of go through in that. And, when it comes to the combat packs, we know that they're going to come. We still don't know exactly who will be in it. We know, given the recent interviews that Ed Boon has said, as far as the cameo characters go, he's willing to put in as many characters as he wants, just to kind of, for the nostalgia effect, to give fans the characters that they want to see, but they may not actually be part of the story or the base roster. So, very interesting when it comes to that, because, with characters like Noob Saibot, if the story kind of changes and Bi-Han doesn't die the way he did in the original Mortal Kombat timeline, where does Noob Saibot come about? How is he made? All that kind of good stuff. So he would seem more of like a cameo character. Kano currently is a cameo character now, so is he going to be basically a DLC so he's a playable character? It's possible. I know in a previous video we talked about how, given the size of Mortal Kombat, they may have actually kind of preloaded a lot of these characters into the game already and just kind of made them unlockable, maybe. That's, a running theory. So if that were the case, Kano, why would he be part of a DLC download? He may already be in the game. Serena has been talked about in many videos prior. Doomslayer has been one of the many mentioned DLC from either the current videos I've talked about, even way back talking about Mortal Kombat 11 Combat Pack DLCs. So nothing new there. Harley Quinn would kind of make some sense because we know that if there were to be some type of DLC, you know, she's already lived in that kind of Injustice universe, and she's no stranger to killing people and doing stuff with blood. So why not have Harley Quinn join the fun? And then, of course, Deathstroke is obviously the same way. So those are obviously two DC characters that would be very blood-friendly and kind of fit in the Mortal Kombat universe fairly well. As far as the cameos go, Rain, again, if you can't fit into the story, I know fans would love to have him as a cameo character, so why not? Again, same with Draman. I feel like Baracho could probably fit into the story somewhere, so maybe he'll be like a playable character, but if not, love to have him as a cameo. Moloch would be kind of cool to play as. I know we have quite a few, a few demons in there, especially like Serena, but it'd be kind of cool to have Moloch in there. I'd be okay with that. And then Su Hao. So we know that with him, we have seen his wanted poster in the tea house. So we know he does exist in this universe. So it's possible that he would be maybe a playable character. If not, maybe just a cameo. So what do you think about this leak? What do you think about the roster of characters this leaker thinks is going to be in the game? What do you think about the combat packs? Do you still think we're going to get Peacemaker, Homelander, and Omni-Man as the guest DLC? I love your thoughts in the comments down below. That's it for this video, guys. Enjoy that like button. For more, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.